go.
I wouldn't be surprised if Walter Colgiandro will attempt anaconda choke, because it's one of his favorite technique.
I am really impressed with Carlo. I mean, like, he just looks like he genuinely wants to be there. No intimidation from his corner or the level of his opponent or level of his opponent's competition experience. He just wants to get stuck in straight away. Aggressive collar tying. Looks for an ankle pick, knee tap there. Counter foot sweep attempt. I think both of these guys want to be on top.
Yeah.
Watch the curse of the commentator now. One of them's just going to pull guard.
But it's cool to see how they will try to solve the wrestling of the opponent.
Both of them wearing knee sleeves. Looks like we've got one complete fighter between the two of them. Ooh. Of course, if a submission attempt has got no depth to it, then it's not scored. So front headlocks, for example, that's not going to score. This is something that I actually quite like myself from Carlo here, which is, oh, look at that, look at that.
Nice attempt.
Yeah, sneaky, really sneaky. Walter's been in some battles though, hasn't he? Cool, calm and collected. So you say Carlo has to watch out for Walter's anaconda choke?
Yeah, exactly. Because as you see before, Walter was trying to grab his head, maybe dragging down, then maybe taking the back. I know Walter's favorite technique is anaconda, and when he executes that, it's a really tough to get out.
That's interesting because Carlo dropping down to his knees there is actually something that he could be vulnerable to. You know, so anaconda is one of the only submissions that you can actually set up from the feet. You know, it's unlike a flying triangle. Or he's actually lost position off that foot sweep. Walter's quite happy to settle in on top here. We're looking for another hip bump. Carlo is aggressive, but Walter's showing his experience here.
Yeah.
Taking his time, gradually progressing position. He's won the first battle. Carlo's clearly trying to get Walter to base there. If he can base, he can throw up a triangle or a plata. It's not a bad game plan, but Walter's wise to that, and that's why he's keeping his hands on the biceps there, preventing Carlo from being able to really, truly attack with those raised hip attacks.
Yeah, always breaking the attempts of Carlo to break his posture, as Liam said.
But we know that the judges here are looking for action, and preventing action isn't action itself. You know, Carlo is the one who's trying here, but you have to think so far the biggest moment is taking top position from Walter, and here he stands to try and get enough pressure to pass the guard. Carlo's just waiting for his opportunity. Oh, it's interesting. Trying to split a pass. Trying to wrap the head from inside guard. I've not seen that very often. Whoop.
Third time to try to sweep.
Dynamic, aren't they?
Yeah. Have a half guard from Carlo. John Kavanagh giving advice from the corner.
I think we need to see something big from one of the athletes here, because Carlo's been the one trying to find space and attack, but Walter's obviously the one who's managed to take top in that battle. Oh, here we go. Here we go, just as I said it. He throws up. Oh, he's going for the TP. What a rare submission this is. If he pulls this off, it'll be a highlight reel. Way to
10 seconds.
Way to show the judges exactly who's in control.
well played match by Carlo, and for sure this round is his.
Yeah, when you have a criteria as clear as submission attempts, Carlo put a stamp on that round at the end for what was essentially a very close round, and Walter working his way through the positions, and Carlo managed to finally get something off with the initial off balance to the attack, and that's what I really liked about what Carlo did. He didn't initially go for an attack, he went for an off balance first and then went for an attack. It shows a lot of respect to his opponent Walter, and not expecting him to be able to be caught in something basic. It needs to be set up correctly first.
At that level, you just can't throw techniques to the to such a experienced opponent. So you have to set up, and maybe just to have like 2 or 3 kind of different attacks from that position and try to get one of them.
If I was in Walter's corner, I'd be telling him to push him up against the fence. See if you can take it into an area that you're more experienced and your opponent isn't. Maybe pull him to the fence or push him to the fence. Okay, this work in the stand-up.
And I would tell him also to accelerate a little bit the fight, because the first round it's not his, and now he has to at least try 2 submission attempts.
Absolutely. Tell you what, I can see why Carlo has taken out a black belt in his past. What a dynamic youngster we've got on our hands here. There we go, he is trying to push him to the fence exactly as we said. That's a clever switch in game plan. And you see the intelligence of Carlo to take the center of the octagon again. Took the center of the cage in a way that meant that Walter has to push for the maximum amount to get him to the fence, and Carlo can react in the right time. That's again, it's intelligent game planning from the youngster. I'm actually very, very impressed so far. TP attempt to a triangle.
He's doing great.
Push him against the fence if that's what Walter's been told in the corner.
Second sweep.
Look at this, and he's straight on the armbar. Oh, he's got him! He's got him! Unbelievable scenes! Out of nowhere!
That was fast.
Out of nowhere!
I'm very, very impressed about this action. Sweep, side control, and then straight into armbar.
All within 3 seconds. It's like the fly getting caught in the web, and the spider was straight on him.